Hello everyone. The stem of angiospermic plant generally perform three basic functions which are conduction of water and mineral from the base of the stem up to the entire plant body, then transport of the food material which is produced at the site of photosynthesis like leaves to the different plant organs, and third and important function of the stem is provision of the support for the different appendages of the shoot system of the plant. That means stem is solely responsible for providing support to the branches, leaves, flower, fruits, everything which is present in the shoot system of the angiospermic plant. If stem have to perform function other than these three basic functions, at that time stem change the structure and it is referred or it is called as modifications. Okay, there are three different type of modifications found in the stem of angiospermic plant, like aerial, subaerial and underground. In my last video, I discussed in detail about the aerial modifications which is present in the flowering plant. There are 5 different examples of the aerial modification. Now in this video, I am going to focus on subaerial modification of the angiospermic plant. What is subaerial modification? In this type of modification, stem actually spread on the surface of the soil, and occasionally it is found below the ground. Okay, that means some part of the stem may be present beneath the soil. It is called as subaerial modification of the stem, and this type of modification mainly help for perennation as well as vegetative reproduction. Okay, if plant want to reproduce, in that case stem of the plant have to perform subaerial modification so that it get help for the reproduction of that particular plant. Okay, now in this video we are going to talk about 4 different type of modifications which come under this subaerial type. Okay, number 1 is runner, number 2 is offset, then stolon and sucker. Okay, these 4 type of modifications found in the stem which come under the subaerial category. Okay, and all these type of modifications are the type of modification which present in the flowering plant. Okay, now the first is runner. What is runner? It is the type of modification which present in terrestrial plant. Suppose this is soil surface and the plant is growing on the soil, and here you can see the shoot system of the plant and stem of the plant. Now this type of plants which showing runner type of stem modification always or maximum time have adventitious type of root system. Now here you can see from the lower node of the stem, we know that angiospermic stem have node and internode. Now from the lower node of the stem a branch is arise, and this branch grow horizontally on the soil surface. So special green narrow structure or branch produced from the lower node at the base of the stem, and now this branch grow horizontally on the soil surface, and this branch also have nodes and internodes. At a point when the branch touch the soil surface, now after the touch the branch or the apical bud start growth, and due to which adventitious roots develop and new stem produced at the site of contact. Okay, so number of such runners can be produced in all possible direction on single plant, and after growth they spread horizontally, they grow horizontally on the soil surface, and when they touch the soil surface adventitious root system produce, and on this root system again shoot system is produced which show growth of fruits and flowers. This structure which is produced on the stem is called as crown. So from primary crown or from the base of primary crown, these branches develop in all direction, and the branch contain number of internodes, and now when they reach to certain point they touch the ground, and after the contact with the ground, they develop adventitious root system like that of the parent plant, and now from this point new stem and new crown is produced. So many such crowns are developed around the parent plant and number of runners arise. Okay, now this branch actually grow horizontally on the soil surface, so they are called as runner because this branch is nothing but runner, and many such runners arise from single stem. Okay, they spread in different directions, and each runner have multiple nodes. This is the very important character of the runner, is that when this runner develop from the stem, they bear multiple nodes and internode. The well-known example of this type of stem modification which is present in the terrestrial plant is cynodon. Cynodon is nothing but the lawn grass. The lawn grass we generally see is nothing but the cynodon, and that is the modification of the stem which is runner type. Another example is oxalis. So these two are the important example of the runner type of modification of angiospermic stem which come under the subaerial class. Okay, the next type of modification of the stem is offset. Runner of aquatic plant means this type of modification is generally present in aquatic plant, the plant which grow in water. Okay, so suppose this is the plant which growing in the water, this is water surface, and now on the surface the plant grow, and beneath the water we can see such type of root system which is again adventitious type of root. Okay, and shoot system of the plant remain outside the water. Now a short thick branch arise from the base of the stem near the water surface, and generally the branch which is produced from the base is of length of single node. That means this is the major difference between offset and runner. The runner having multiple nodes and internode, while the offset or the branch which develop in the aquatic plant is actually measure about single node length. Okay, and when this branch develop, after some time the branch show growth of adventitious roots below the soil surface, below the water surface, sorry, and new shoot system again developed. The connection which is present in between these two plants is called as offset. Okay, when we compare the runner with the offset, the major difference is absence of node and internode in offset, and it is short and thick branch, while runner is narrow and thin branch. Okay, and it is actually long than the offset. Okay, help in vegetative reproduction. Offset always help in vegetative reproduction of the parent plant. Actually, multiple offsets are produced on the water surface, and single parent plant can give rise to different type of or different or many daughter plants. Okay, due to offset. All the offset which is produced from the parent plant show adventitious root system. Okay, and well-known example of the offset is Ecornia and Pista or Pistia. Okay, so both these are the example of plant which show offset type of stem modification. Okay, the runner and offset show similar growth, but the major difference is that runner grow on the soil surface, while offset generally present in aquatic plants. So they are called as runner of aquatic plant. Okay. Now the third type of modification which come under the subaerial type is Stolon. In this type of modification, slender lateral branch arise from the base of the stem. Okay, here you can see soil surface and parent plant grow which showing adventitious root system, and from the base of the parent plant a slender lateral branch arise. A branch is produced from the base of the parent plant. Initially branch grow upward and then bend down and move towards the soil. Okay, that means initially this branch grow upward in this direction, but after some time it bend down, and now after bending this branch start growing towards the soil. And once the branch touch the soil, terminal bud of the branch, we know that terminal or apical bud is present at the tip of the branch. Now terminal bud which is present on the tip of the branch touch the soil surface, and now it is ready to develop another stem and adventitious root system. And from this stem a plant or new daughter plant is produced. Okay, so single plant give rise to multiple such plant, and the contact or the branch which is present in between these two plant is called stolon. Okay, and actually it develop aerially from the base of the stem. Initially it grow upward, and after some time it bend down and go downward, and once it touch to the soil surface, terminal bud develop root system and shoot system that produce new plant. Okay, in this way the stolon help in vegetative propagation of the plant. Well known example of the stolon is strawberry, mentha and jasmine. Okay, actually mentha is the plant which is the example of both stolon as well as sucker. Okay, and now in the last type, in case of sucker, which is the last modification which come in under subaerial class. Okay, and in case of sucker it is also called as underground runner. Why we call sucker as underground runner? Because as runner develop from the base of the stem in air or above the ground surface, the sucker develop from the base of the stem, but it actually develop below the ground surface. Okay, so in this type of plant, the stem, some part of the stem, suppose this is stem, some part of the stem grow below the soil surface. Okay, and this part of the stem have adventitious root system attached to it. Now this underground part of the stem produce a branch, and now this branch grow horizontally but below the ground surface. Okay, here runner also grow horizontally but above the ground, and in this case this branch grow below the ground, so it is called as underground runner, and develop from the underground and now grow below the soil. Okay, and after some time this branch obliquely come out of the soil. Okay, after growing for some distance the branch grow obliquely above the ground surface. Now this branch come out of the ground, and now this stem again develop leaves and shoot systems. Okay, in this way from single plant new plant is produced. If we observe these two plants from the aerial view, we cannot see any type of a contact, okay, above the ground, but actually the connection is present below the ground surface, and this connection is called as sucker. Okay, so this is the major difference between underground runner or sucker and normal runner. Normal runner spread on the ground surface, while sucker actually spread below the ground surface. And well-known example of the sucker is chrysanthemum. Okay. Another example of the sucker is mentha. It also include bamboo, banana, okay, so pineapple. All these plant show sucker type of stem modification. So in this video, we discuss in detail about the second type of stem modification, which is subaerial type. And in this class, four important modifications are covered. Number one, runner, which is the stem developed from the lower node of the stem base, and then it helps in vegetative propagation. Okay, example is cynodon or lawn grass and oxalis. Then in case of offset, it generally observed in aquatic plant, single node length offset is produced from the base of the stem and develop new plant which having adventitious root system. Example is Econia and Pistia. Stolon is a type of a stem modification in which from the base of the stem new branches produced, the branch grow obliquely or initially the branch grow upward, then bend down and go downward until it reach to the soil. After touching to the soil surface, the branch develop new adventitious root and shoot system. And in case of sucker, it is the nothing but the underground type of runner in which new branches develop from the underground stem, initially grow horizontally inside the soil and then obliquely come above the soil surface and develop new shoot system. Example of the sucker is chrysanthemum, mentha, pineapple, bamboo, okay, and many other plants also come in sucker type of modification. In my next video, I am going to discuss about the last type of modification of the angiospermic stem, which is underground modification. Thank you.